Hi, welcome back to Me Likes Movies. My name is Mia and I like movies. I also like princesses and fantasy and la-di-da-di-da-di-da. Today we're playing this game called Slay the Princess. I have not played this game before. It is very late. I should be sleeping already and I have a tummy ache. So I have this drink. One of the kids at work gave me a stomach bug. I literally had to call out of work on Wednesday because I was so sick. I vomited and passed out in my bathroom. That's really fun. Yeah, so we're gonna play something called Slay the Princess. I have heard of it before, but I've never played it, so I'm super excited. It's on Steam if you're interested. It's just basically like a point and click game. You'll see if you continue to watch, but if you want to play the game, I would suggest don't watch this first, just because spoilers, obviously, and you'd want to experience it for yourself, like duh. Before we get into it, like, subscribe or whatever, and let's boot her up. Slay this princess. Yes, Queen Slay. Ew. So there is a content warning here. Please read. I haven't read all the content warnings, so who knows what we're getting into. Flickering images, so we'll see. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Slay the Princess. I'm so excited. I saw, I can't remember whose YouTube channel it was, but they were like, don't play the game. I mean, no, they didn't say that. They said play the game if you want to, because this is going to spoil it, and I love a good video essay, obviously. So I was like, well, fuck it, I'll play the game, because it's been on my wish list for a while. So we'll see. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
There's voice acting.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Pinkity drinkity. Hi, sisters! Oh shit, I have to tell them. Ooh. I love that.
You're here to slay her.
Oh.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Explore. There's a lot of options. Ooh. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. I really thought I was gonna knock that one out of the park. Silently continue the cabin or turn around and leave. Let's see this one.
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Slay. It's very Fiona from Shrek.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
I don't really know what pragmatic means, if I'm being completely honest with all y'all.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Aww.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
I love when it jiggles like that.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. Let's go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess.
I love this art style. Oh, sorry.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
She will eat hot chip
Don't
and lie.
believe a word she says.
Bisexual queen.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
There's someone with me?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I will. He wasn't in my fantasy. Proceed to the cabin. This is so fun.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
It's a small fucking blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I will explore and take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
That is true. I will enter the basement. I'm scared. I don't like horror games. The basement
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Narrator.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what the princess sounds like.
Who's there?
Oh. She's American?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
It's because she's American?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So she's not really American. Hi! Oops. So my options are hi, just checking in on you, hey, I think I'm here to kill you, or just walk down the stairs. I'm gonna go, hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far
Okay, I'll wait till he stops talking. How long do you think the art took for all this? Because this is like hand-drawn. I mean, all art is like hand animated or whatever, but this is a different kind of animation that I feel like we don't see a lot in general, but not anymore either. I feel like this was a very popular animatics and stuff like that, but this feels like an elevated animatic. I enjoy it.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
So what makes this guy the hero?
Focus on the task at hand.
Okay.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided. Is that nuh? Nuh-uh. Is that like... What does that mean? Reminds me of Telltale games when you would like click something and then be like the exact opposite of what you were trying to say, and you'd be like, fuck, like I just wanted to help Kenny and then I just accidentally called him an asshole. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk, steal your nerves, and step forward. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
She makes a compelling point.
Forgot about that.
What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's
Sounds
fine.
like...
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
That's very true. I'm gonna drop it because I kind of like her.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling
I felt that
hands
sigh so hard.
and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
She's only chained on one hand.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine.
Her eyes.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Okay.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A lot of exploration. There's so many options. How do we want to play this? I feel like I should just be honest. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
Keep it cash.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Oh.
Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
It's kind of bitchy.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay. I'm gonna go, there's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? Because I'm curious and I want to, you know, I know I've been kind of sassy or whatever, and like, just kind of like, oh, no, but...
Don't just tell her that.
Oh.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Oh.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
No, I literally thought I just asked you that. Well, what? I was hoping you'd tell me, because that is what that's why I asked the question.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Honestly, I feel that about a lot of things, like doing laundry.
I believe her.
Same.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Okay, fair.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
There's 3 of us in this room.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
That's correct.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Who is this guy?
I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I don't trust anyone.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
Are those the same
We
thing?
stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Well, I don't know the context of the greater world at large. Like, I don't know the lore. Like, is this just one monarch? Like, where's her family? Maybe I missed that. I don't know. I'm very tired. Like, is there a bureaucracy, oligarchy? Like, what are we dealing with greater in the world? Like, do we have alliances that can help us if I kill the leader of the world? I was gonna say free world, but I don't even know if it's free. Okay, a relationship? Are you coming on to me? No, we're not doing that. How would I get you out of here? How long have you been down here? Okay, we talked. I want to know how long you've been down here,
Too
Queen.
long.
I don't know why I expected a real answer. Okay, we've talked enough. I'm done.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
No, I haven't.
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked away, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other while I decide what to do. I feel like we should slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
What? Who am I?
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
She's been doing push-ups down there.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed,
Did she
the
hit
shock
him
of that
too?
first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
I give up. It's too
You're
hard.
serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands.
Such a
clattering to the
Capricorn
ground
rising of me.
uselessly.
No, exact opposite.
You lacked the will to finish the job. Your bruised and broken body
Am I dying?
falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you.
This is the end, isn't it?
Who is this guy?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
I'm disappointed in myself, if I'm being honest.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back.
Okay.
The air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff.
I really wish someone would do that to me. That's what I like weighted blankets to do to me.
And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess.
She's been
shattering your
benching down
windpipe
there.
and leaving you starved for breath.
That's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
There's more?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What? My first thought was, okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals.
No, I didn't mean
The
it like
fate of
that.
The world is at risk right
Like,
now.
okay,
The life
no.
of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
I did it again. I'm sorry.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Who is this guy?
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Is that supposed to be like my inner voice? Like the devil and angel on my shoulder, but the devil is a narrator and the angel is the hero?
What does it matter what he knows?
What?
There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Oh, they are my inner thoughts, aren't they?
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
I was joking about that, but they made it real. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother to doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine.
My brain didn't
indulge you if
crop.
that's what it takes to get you moving.
Fuck!
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Oof.
Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
That is true.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless.
We could just fuck her. Consensually, obviously.
She's just
That's not a joke.
princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult.
I just
but
wanted that to be clear.
congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Thank you.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything?
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
But why now? Isn't that always the question? Every writing class I've ever taken is like, why now? Why does the story not only happen now, but why tell it now? So why now?
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
It's the Marvel multiverse.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Did I go to heaven?
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
I feel that. I feel that, King.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Let's just go. Let's get it over with.
Before you go any further.
Yes.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her. And stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Every single Tumblr teen in the 2000s being like, I'm not a pessimist, I'm just realistic.
You're being annoying.
It's like a picture like this.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her.
Pledge.
I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
You notice how the he's... I don't know if this is just like a typo and I haven't noticed it before, but that he is capitalized. Is the narrator God?
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
Okay.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Where did the insult knuckleheads come from? I'm not going to be able to continue until I know that. Popularized in the stupid person sense. That was in quotes. From 1942, the character RF Knucklehead, star of Don't poster sung about Army Air Force training fields. What? Wait, hold on. Okay, but this person on Twitter says, etymology time, the term knucklehead was first used to describe a mechanical coupling device back in 1869. It didn't take on its current definition until 1942, when during World War II, the U.S. Army Air Force created a cartoon character named RF Knucklehead to discourage bad behavior. That's funny. The government just invented someone who's basically named like Stupid Head to be like, don't be dumb. They don't make them like that anymore. If I look like I'm in pain, it's because my stomach is churning from the inside out, not because I'm not having fun.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm so confused.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
What?
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
I love the word visage. I was just thinking about it the other day, as one does. I love Shakespeare. Ugh, so lame. And he uses the word visage a lot. I was just thinking about it. I was like, what a great word. A visage. Visage. Michelle Visage. Is that where she got it from? That's crazy.
Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror...
Thanks for coming on that journey with me.
sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
What is normal? What's that word? I'm not scared of monsters. I'm scared of normal, or no. Normal people scare me, or what is that quote from Tumblr? Yes, normal people scare me. It's a shirt.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I want to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Wait, what?
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Oh, okay. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And then this whole cabin is different than last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Okay, here we go. I'm scaled
The door
and
to
I'm
the
noticed.
basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
When I studied abroad in England, London specifically, we went to obviously like the London Castle. I don't know why I couldn't remember what that was called. Is that what it's called? Oh my god. But we also went to this one castle in Wales, in Cardiff. Cardiff Castle, I think is what it was. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I blocked a lot of it out for a lot of traumatic reasons. It was 2020. That tells you anything. And the spiral staircases of the Cardiff Castle were so tight and small. Like, the people back then must have been short and tiny. And, like, they were. We know that. But, like, I'm small. Like, I'm 5'3". But, like, I felt cramped. Like, I don't know how anyone could walk up and down those steps and feel comfortable. Like, I literally felt like I was gonna vomit.
This is actually kind of nice.
You would like that, you freak.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Do you have to let it
You
linger?
weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
Do you have
We need to get
to?
down there.
Do you have
She wants us
to?
to see her.
Do you have to
We
let
need to
it
see her.
linger? I don't even care. The cranberries are canon in this universe.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's
Little.
not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Okay, let's go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort.
That sounds
Every step
correct.
requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
That sounds like it's gonna make it difficult for me to get up or escape.
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
I'm gonna kiss her feet.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Oh no, what's happening to me?
Drop it.
Okay, queen. Princess. Yes, ma'am.
The blade slips from your finger.
We didn't have to do that.
And yet you did.
She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Yes. Beta King.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Yes. Anything for you, queen.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
Me.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Anything you
The
want.
last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Oh.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Okay.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
What do you need me
Well,
to
that
do?
gives away the game, doesn't it?
Oop.
It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't,
Why me?
well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
I just want someone to call me inevitable.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Oh, I did it again! Great, I ruined it. Okay, I'll read this one. In a British accent, of course. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Alright. Okay. Oh, there's so many words. There's so many words. I can't. What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to. You can be whatever you want to be, queen. Yeah, let's just do that.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Okay. I'm yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
Okay.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
She's so pretty, though.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
I love this art so much.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Oh no.
No. What are you talking about? I
don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh.
Rise, my little bird.
Wait, what just happened?
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
I have to? It's over? I'm sorry? And what if I don't believe? What does that mean?
There's nothing to be sorry about.
Oh, I'm talking
This
to
is
that.
how it was always going to be.
Hey,
It is
Finn. I'm doing something. Well, I guess we gotta, right?
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
I definitely read that as disciple. I didn't go to church. What happens now?
Nothing. And then everything.
You're so beautiful, my queen. I pledged my loyalty to my better. Whoa, whoa. What?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
What's happening? What is happening? The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended? Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
Dude. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious?
No, I love looking at mirrors. In college, I had to get rid of all my mirrors because my therapist told me it was bad for me. I guess I got...
You don't do this.
Literally, what else am I supposed to do?
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
I'm the final girl, bitch.
I don't want to look at us.
Guys.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. I don't want to look at us.
Guys, you just said that. Let's see. What is that? Oh. I'll narrate now. Sorry. I didn't do that before. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. I'm gonna proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Huh? What? Was, destroy my body? I wish. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Oh, that makes sense. I totally get that. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
My friends, I wonder if that is the thesis for this game. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
No, because actually, stay with me. On my hinge prompt, one of my hinge prompts is dating me is like ... and it's the perfect response to this. I wrote, dating me is like lighting a candle and the wick kind of explodes and the fire gets really tall and then it gets normal again, but the wax is now dirty. And that is the perfect response to what she just said, and that just felt like I needed to tell you that. No, I don't need to ask what do you mean, because I know exactly what she means. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
I would, yeah.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
A creek. Let her out of there. No. It's the end of the world. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Oh. Okay. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Oh, okay. Oh,
there is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, aren't you scared that I will find a way to kill you? Where did that come from? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? Sure.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. Whatever that means. Okay. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
I guess that is a fundamental law of the universe, kind of. Let it be. Let it be. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh, okay.
You won't.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Huh?